Hello everyone, welcome back to Unveiling Mythical Legends. Today we're going to take a deep dive into the life of a god in Greek mythology who is filled with drama and power, Hephaestus. This god of fire and craftsmanship, though not remarkable in appearance, and even once the subject of ridicule among the gods, became known for his extraordinary craftsmanship and incredible intelligence, creating countless immortal artifacts. In today's video, we will explore the journey of Hephaestus, from being the abandoned tragic son to becoming the god of craftsmanship on Mount Olympus. We will learn how he forged miracles with fire and metal, and how he endured endless pain and challenges in love and family. If you're interested in Greek mythology or want to uncover the story behind Hephaestus, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you won't miss more amazing content. Also, remember to leave a comment and share this with your friends. Let's uncover the secrets behind this god together. Hephaestus, the god of fire and craftsmanship in Greek mythology, has a unique story. His birth, growth, challenges, creations, and eventual achievements make him one of the most distinctive gods on Mount Olympus. Although Hephaestus was not as handsome or brave as the other gods, he earned his place through his exceptional craftsmanship, incredible wisdom, and creativity, shaping countless immortal myths and legends. His story is filled with indomitable spirit, the power of creation, and tragic love, making Hephaestus an unforgettable presence in the hearts of all who hear his tale. Hephaestus, the god of fire and craftsmanship from Greek mythology, is undoubtedly an extraordinary figure. Unlike other gods who were known for their beauty or unmatched bravery, Hephaestus was once ridiculed by the gods for his appearance. Yet it was precisely this Hephaestus, with his extraordinary craftsmanship and remarkable intellect, who created awe-inspiring magical artifacts and technologies, making him a unique and irreplaceable god on Mount Olympus. Hephaestus's story was filled with twists and challenges from the very beginning. His birth itself was an extraordinary event. As the son of Zeus and Hera, Hephaestus's arrival was controversial. According to the myth, his mother Hera, displeased with her pregnancy, decided to give birth to Hephaestus on her own. The result was a deformed and unattractive child who, in Hera's eyes, was not even close to the beauty of other gods. Hera's dissatisfaction with her son led her to abandon him on Mount Olympus, and Hephaestus fell to the mortal world. Hephaestus fell for an entire day and night from the sky, before crashing heavily onto the island of Lemnos. Although the local inhabitants discovered him and took great care of him, Hephaestus's legs were permanently crippled due to the fall. However, this accident did not cause Hephaestus to surrender. Instead, it sparked an even stronger desire to create and a deeper passion for craftsmanship within him. Hephaestus decided to settle on Lemnos, where he built himself a luxurious palace and set up a forge, beginning his career as a craftsman. Here, Hephaestus was revered as the guardian god of craftsmanship and skill. His sacred duty was not only to forge magical artifacts, but also to bring inspiration and blessings to all his followers. This sanctuary became a place of pilgrimage for the people of ancient times, where craftsmen, artists, and others seeking technical or divine protection would come to pray to Hephaestus and ask for his blessings in their creation and work. Hephaestus's sanctuary and temple symbolized the noble values of craftsmanship and creation. Here, Hephaestus was not only a god, but also a symbol of wisdom, creativity, and skill. The worshippers who visited came not only to improve their abilities, but also to seek divine guidance and inspiration. Unlike other temples, this one was not open to everyone. Only those with pure hearts and virtuous character could enter the sacred domain of Hephaestus. This represented Hephaestus's high standards for craftsmanship and his respect for justice and morality. Craftsmen and artists came to this place, not only to seek technical improvement, but also to pursue a higher spiritual level and artistic realm under the god's guidance. At the entrance of Hephaestus's temple, there were a group of magical dogs, endowed with the extraordinary ability to distinguish between good and evil. Their presence served not only as guardians of the temple, but also as a symbol of Hephaestus's commitment to justice and morality. These divine dogs could sense the hearts of visitors, discerning their character and intentions. When a righteous person entered the temple, the dogs would greet them with gentleness and affection, showing love for goodness. However, for those with ill intentions or a heart full of injustice, these divine dogs would immediately rush at them, driving them out of the temple. This system of protection further reinforced the sacred and just image of Hephaestus, demonstrating his supreme respect for honesty and morality. These magical dogs also symbolized Hephaestus's profound wisdom and fairness. Not only could they differentiate between the good and evil in people, but they also represented Hephaestus's leadership in the world of craftsmanship. For all artisans, it was a warning. Only through honest and upright efforts could one gain Hephaestus's protection and blessings. And for those with malicious or improper motives, no matter how great their skills, they would never be allowed into this sacred domain. Thus, Hephaestus's sanctuary became not only a symbol of art and craftsmanship, but also a center for spiritual and moral guidance. It was filled with craftsmen and worshippers from all over the world, each bringing their wishes and prayers, seeking Hephaestus's guidance. In this sacred land, everyone not only forged their creations, but also forged their character and virtues. This environment and atmosphere provided unmatched inspiration and enlightenment for all believers. Hephaestus's protection of his followers also reflected his deep connection with craftsmanship. He was not merely a creator. He was the guardian of all artisans, a source of skill and wisdom for those who sought it. In this sacred land, Hephaestus's influence was unparalleled, both in his craftsmanship and his spirit, playing an irreplaceable role in the development of ancient civilization. Hephaestus's first creation, a finely crafted golden throne of exceptional quality, became a symbol of the tense relationship between him and his mother, Hera. This golden throne was not just a luxurious piece of furniture. It was a cleverly designed and meticulously crafted act of revenge. Rejected and neglected by his mother, Hera, from a young age, Hephaestus harbored deep resentment and bitterness toward her. Hera's disdain for his appearance and her mocking of his clumsiness caused Hephaestus great emotional pain. Despite his extraordinary craftsmanship, his talents were never acknowledged by Hera. This indifference and unjust treatment undoubtedly caused significant emotional suffering for Hephaestus. Thus, Hephaestus decided to use his talents to exact revenge on his mother, channeling his inner frustration into creative power. He designed and forged the golden throne, which appeared to be a lavish gift for Hera, but secretly contained a deadly trap. The throne was equipped with a hidden spring mechanism that, when Hera sat on it, immediately activated, binding her firmly to the seat, preventing her from standing up. No matter how much Hera struggled, she could not escape the throne, leading her into an immense state of embarrassment and humiliation. Hephaestus's revenge was calm and clever, a display of intricate craftsmanship, and a response to the long-standing neglect and unfair treatment he had received from his mother. The golden throne was not just a physical object. It also symbolized the pain and anger within Hephaestus's heart. However, Hephaestus's revenge did not last. In Hera's plight, trapped in the golden throne, the gods attempted to help, but none were successful. Ultimately, only Dionysus, the god of wine, managed to get Hephaestus drunk and cleverly persuaded him to return to Mount Olympus. With Dionysus's assistance, Hephaestus finally released the mechanism of the golden throne, freeing Hera from her predicament. This event also marked the reconciliation between Hephaestus and his parents, he finally returned to Mount Olympus and was accepted back into the divine realm. Hephaestus's return to Mount Olympus was both a process of family reconciliation and a turning point in his personal destiny. After he freed Hera from the throne, he was no longer the ugly god who had been neglected and mocked. He gradually overcame the shadows of his past and began using his unique talents to create numerous stunning works for the entire divine realm. This transformation was not only reflected in the respect he regained from the divine realm, but, more importantly, in his rise to a revered position on Mount Olympus as a creator. Hephaestus's works were no longer just mere craft items. They were divine artifacts imbued with power, symbolizing his wisdom, skill, and unparalleled craftsmanship. His creations not only changed the face of the divine realm, but also brought revolutionary changes to the gods' powers and lifestyles. Among his creations, the thunderbolt he forged for Zeus was undoubtedly one of his most famous and symbolically significant works. The thunderbolt, a divine artifact, granted Zeus even greater power and became his most formidable weapon. It was not merely a powerful weapon, but also a symbol of Hephaestus's loyalty to Zeus and his growing influence in the divine realm. Each flash of lightning, each thunderstrike, radiated an unmatched threat, and Zeus's thunderbolts thus became a crucial tool in maintaining his divine authority and safeguarding the gods. Moreover, Hephaestus's range of creations extended far beyond weapons and tools. He constructed various magnificent buildings and magical items for the other gods on Mount Olympus. The golden palace he built for himself symbolized his glorious rebirth, while the palaces he built for other gods showcased his craftsmanship and his ultimate pursuit of beauty. Hephaestus's craftsmanship was unmatched. Whether it was the chariot in the myths, golden sandals, or other divine artifacts, all of them displayed his extraordinary creativity. He forged golden sandals for the gods that allowed them to fly through the air, created shining horseshoes for divine steeds, enabling them to easily traverse both land and sea. He also crafted a magical tripod that allowed the gods to enter and exit the heavens at will, and even built a magnificent sun palace for Zeus. These buildings and weapons solidified Hephaestus's irreplaceable position on Mount Olympus. However, Hephaestus's love story is the saddest chapter in his life. Despite his talent and achievements in craftsmanship, which made him the most respected artisan among the gods, emotionally, he was a tragic figure. Zeus gave Hephaestus the goddess Aphrodite, who symbolized beauty and love, as his wife, and this marriage was supposed to represent honor and fortune. However, for Hephaestus, it became a disaster in his life. Aphrodite's beauty was unparalleled. She was a symbol desired by both gods and mortals alike, yet she never truly loved Hephaestus. Hephaestus was not handsome, even described as a deformed and awkward god, which led Aphrodite to harbor contempt and dislike for him. Despite Hephaestus's constant care and devotion, Aphrodite never gave him her heart. She often mocked his clumsy appearance and movements, causing Hephaestus immense pain and feelings of inferiority. What broke Hephaestus's heart even more was Aphrodite's affair with the god of war, Ares. Ares was brave, strong, and filled with attraction, whereas Hephaestus could not compare to him in appearance or action. Aphrodite's indifference to Hephaestus and her infatuation with Ares filled Hephaestus's heart with jealousy and sorrow. Hephaestus once tried to win Aphrodite's favor by creating even more divine artifacts, but all his efforts were in vain. Even though he created countless precious items for the gods, from Zeus's thunderbolt to the chariots and weapons of other deities, his heart remained untouched by Aphrodite. She continued to love Ares and showed no shame in expressing her disdain for Hephaestus. Hephaestus's jealousy and pain became the driving force behind his creations. Every new masterpiece, whether it was exquisite armor or peculiar weapons, seemed to be his attempt to fill the emptiness within and to make up for his emotional loss in love. These creations carry not only his talent, but also reflected his yearning for love and his desire to be loved. However, no matter how hard he tried, Aphrodite never returned his affections, deepening the anguish in Hephaestus's heart. His emotional pain was not alleviated by his success in craftsmanship. Rather, it only intensified the loneliness and sorrow within him. His love story, which began with hope and anticipation, ended in betrayal and loss, becoming the greatest tragedy of his life. Although Hephaestus was unmatched in craftsmanship and wisdom, he never had a true love. His marriage was never the result of love, but rather a political and divine arrangement made by Zeus. In this marriage, Hephaestus could never receive the love he so deeply desired. This profound emotional loss made him feel even more isolated, despite the marvels he created. Hephaestus's fate may have been filled with injustice and pain, but he never succumbed to destiny. His creations not only changed the landscape of the divine world, but also greatly benefited humanity. The divine artifacts he crafted, such as the armor, jewelry, and various tools in mythology, still amaze people to this day. His name represents craftsmanship, wisdom, and an indomitable spirit, becoming a symbol for all artists and craftsmen. Hephaestus was not only a deity on Mount Olympus, but also an important driving force in human civilization. His artistic works, especially the legacy of metalworking techniques, played a crucial role in the development of ancient Greek craftsmanship. Not only did he forge countless divine artifacts with fire and metal, but he also used his own hands to build a world filled with brilliance and creativity. From Hephaestus's story, we see the fusion of strength and wisdom, as well as the infinite possibilities of creation. Hephaestus's temples and sacred sanctuaries remain one of the most symbolically significant places in ancient Greek mythology. They represent not only the pinnacle of art and craftsmanship, but also the supreme value of morality and justice. Here, Hephaestus's craftsmanship is not only an external creation, but an inner spiritual discipline, inspiring every person who seeks excellence and wisdom. His story teaches us how to maintain inner purity and integrity in the pursuit of art and technology, and how to make creation a powerful and meaningful spiritual journey. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you have gained a deeper understanding of Hephaestus, the god of craftsmanship in mythology. From his story, we not only see an unyielding spirit, but also learn how to find the power of creation through adversity. Hephaestus's craftsmanship not only changed the divine realm, but also impacted the entire human civilization. Let us all pay tribute to this extraordinary deity. If you liked this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and leave a comment telling us your thoughts on Hephaestus or other Greek mythological figures. Don't forget to share this video with your friends so more people can learn about Hephaestus's story. We'll see you next time. Remember to subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more exciting mythological tales.